Hello. I am gonna just do a little work on something called OPUS. OPUS, uh, as you can see right here, scroll a little bit, and there we go. Stands for Odin Procedure Utility Scanner. Just a fancy name, right? All we're doing is using a comment above functions or procedures. This comment here on line 16, and we um, expose procedures, procedure signature to a file of sorts or whatever you want, really. You can use it for code documentation as well if you really wanted to. So right now, all you would do is use this comment above on the line directly above a function declaration, and it would expose the name, the parameters that the function takes. If nothing, then it just return. I'm sorry. If nothing, then it's nothing, right? None. And then the return type. If there is no return type, it just void is what we're using. Um, but yeah, well, right now it's pretty limited, right? It only works on procedures. But I think it'd be a good idea to also have it work on um, structures and enums. So that's kind of what I want to try to work on now. So um, yeah, it goes through a code base, reads over, looks for exposed and or exposed, and then it's like, okay, I found exposed here. This is the function signature. This is the information about it. Well, the reason why structures or structs and enums would be good is because some of these procedures take in these types or return a struct of some sort or pointer to a struct of some sort. So uh, yeah, it'd probably be a good idea to have that. All right, so. Um, Let me kind of go over what we're doing down here. Also, this needs to be changed to expose. Extract procedure info. Path also doesn't need to be. This instruction is the last thing we do. Extract procedure info. Parse Odin file. Okay. So we can actually create an enum here. Um, mm, what should we call it though? Um, so, um, okay. So we're either looking for a procedure or what have you. And then parsing Odin file will take in the instruction. Right. Okay. And so down here, the string contains exposed. Next line should be function declaration. This is incorrect technically now because we're changing it. So we're going to do switch, and then we're going to do instruction. Um, Base see. Procedure. Where's it? There we go. Dot procedure. Use that in structure. And then place operation. And it just defaults onto all. Okay. So in the case that we want to do a procedure, we'll just take this code block, look for that. Okay. Okay, we can do the same thing. Um, struct. So I like to do in my code base a struct like this. Usually there's no space. Um, oh, there is actually. That's incorrect. Usually there is a space. Sorry, very wrong. I don't. Oh, that's how I usually do functions, procedures. Um, but for this, we have to be very specific. Hmm. I guess it auto does it, huh? Regardless. Okay, that's fine. We'll make another procedure for that. Sure. Rock. And we can do um, structures and struct. Now, the thing about this is we're working with a dynamic map. That's what I wanted to do. For the content, that's going to be a dynamic array of maps. At least that's what would work in my mind. All right, let's do the same exact thing and then we'll make the functions themselves afterwards. And no. Um, right, all right. So you'd have to make sure it's like that. I don't know why my brain was like exposed, but another part of the brain was like example. I guess because it's an example of how it would be. Okay. Um, so that logic is already good. And then return. We should just return whatever the thing may be instead of breaking. We can return. Oh, you know what? Actually, hmm. How would we do that? We could just return. What do we need to make this into its own? I don't think you can't do conditional returns like that. Oh. And you can't do any because any is itself a type, which is always confusing to me. Like if this was any, this is not type any. Um, so I don't even understand how you use the any type in Odin or any language, I guess, if that's how it works. We might just have to make our own procedure for each, which sucks. We could just make a singular struct. So like data, or just call it like info. And then that can encapsulate these. Maybe not. What the fuck? Uh, yeah. Yeah. And then comma there. Hmm. Okay. So this, and then we can have this return info, and whatever is, hmm, it would just return dynamic rate info. Right. So we can do that. Type info has no field procedure info. What? How is that? What? Oh, info dot pro. Oh, it doesn't work like that. So what is, so let's just do this info, and then it's procedure info. Okay. And so then, uh, info dot procedure info is dynamic. No, that wouldn't work. Would it? Yeah, that would not work. Um, mm, mm. We wouldn't be able to do. So how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this? Uh, this isn't a thing, is it? No shot. That's a thing. There's no fucking shot, dude. What? Hold on. That's a thing you can do in this dynamic struct. Okay. Um, Questions not used. Now can I do that? I did. Oh, interesting. Variable declaration must be identified by must be an identifier. Got info. Okay, so I see. I don't need to actually specify. So we don't need to do that. So procedure info is equal to make a dynamic struct, a dynamic array of structs that are procedure info. I think that is fine. And then, or proc info, I guess we'll call it proc info. Now, procedures, procedures is the array. So we need to put proc info. What is proc info? This returns. So we need to put no procedure. Can't append. Given arguments, dynamic struct. This is all confusing to me, this spacing stuff. Confused. So this secure array. Hmm. Um, hmm. Okay, so this doesn't seem like something we would do. How would we append? Secure array. Make dynamic. So I tried this already. Info dot procedure won't work for whatever reason. Procedure info. So for whatever reason, info dot procedure info is not a type. So maybe that's not how you access it. It's not a type, right? It's a value, which is odd because the value is a type. It's a struct, right? So, uh, so would I do this? Now, what was the other thing I tried? Info dot procedure info uh, dot procedure info, of course. Now we couldn't do this either, I don't believe. I think I tried this already. Make dynamic. What if I just do the Hmm. Okay, so I think what I need to do is take these structs out, declare them beforehand, and then just um do this. And this is the type procedure info, so like that. Let's try that out. Same with the enum. Okay, so structure first. Structure info is a type. Try that out. Okay, and so now the instruction takes that in. The instruction was like, okay. So info is a dynamic array. We don't necessarily need this to be dynamic. We need the information. Uh, if the data inside of this is dynamic, we'd probably need this to be dynamic as well. And so now we can just do info dot procedure because it's dynamic, right? Right. We don't need to do that then. Um, info, uh, info dot procedure. How can we do this? This dynamic. Damn it. Info dot procedure must be okay. Damn. Oh, that did work. Cool. Um, oh no, that's not even the right thing. Shit. Procedure info. Yeah, that doesn't work. Shit. Procedure info is not a type. It is indeed a type. It definitely is a type this time. What the fuck? It is a type procedure. Hmm. Used as a type but not a type. Oh, that's odd. I don't get how this isn't a type. We've declared them separately. Use as a type when not a type. Hmm. Okay, I need to take a step back. The easiest way would just be to make separate functions for each one, honestly. It'd be so much faster. Probably be done with it by now, but I think one function would be just so much cleaner. How these are types or not types, I don't understand. Um, okay. Hmm. All right. Um, Maybe we don't do it this way. Very odd indeed. How these are not types, I don't get it. Okay, so what do I do? Might just go. There's got to be a way to make this work. There's no way. We would want this to be dynamic because we have to append all this shit to it. Um, okay, so we don't do this then. Oh, it's still not. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's still coming back as not a type. That's odd. Hold on. So normally, this is how you would do it anyway. Oh my goodness. I freaking the goddamn colons. Oh my God, dude. Okay. So what do we have over here? That won't be possible, but this is right. So now I'm curious. Have to do this over here. Procedure info is a dynamic array of procedure info. And let's go back over here real quick and rename it to proc. I'll rename them here. P info, S info, and E info. That helps me out a little bit because I use these same freaking names all over the place. So, dynamic. I was really wondering. I was like, there's no way this isn't a type. That doesn't make any sense to me. Dynamic. Okay. All right. So P or procedure info is that structure info and enumeration info. And we got to declare it. Okay. Now, as far as info itself goes, I guess we can do the same thing and make it dynamic. Even though there's only going to ever be one at a time. I don't know. Um, all right, cool. So now, so for procedures, procedure info, proc info, we're calling it, and we are appending proc info to, okay, procedure info array. There we go. And then we'd also have to append procedure info array to um, our info array. Append that match. Um, not assign value. Info array of type down to. Oh, right. That's my bad. We need to append it to not just info, but info dot uh the info array. LP. Oh, but that we won't be able to do that. Hmm. Okay. Can we bind any way, shape, or form? Okay, hold on. Okay, wait. Let me think. So, and so, because we haven't displaced it, maybe? Is it possible we haven't? No, that's not it either. Okay. Um, I don't understand why you wouldn't be able to append a dynamic array to it. Info is made up of arrays of each thing, but we can't directly put it into one for some reason, even if we declare it. Uh, in LM. Okay, hold on. Can assign value array to procedure info. Argument. No, that doesn't. Okay. Hmm. Damn. I don't. I don't know what to do here. I can't do this. End string, append element string, append nothing. I don't know the end of a SOA dynamic array. Hmm. All right. So that's not gonna work. I'm curious. Can we do info dot? Oh, we still can't do that. Damn it, man. Ah, this is a pain. Info dot. We can't do that. That might actually work. Now, we can't append. No, well, right now that's empty. It's just a dynamic array, an empty dynamic array. So we can't we could, we don't may not need to append it, we may just need to do that. So if I do something like this down here, rather than appending it, we're just doing that, assigning the value of whatever is there. That might be okay. I'm curious. So for the rest of these, I will comment out and we'll return info. And now since that returns info, this we will keep that there. Do this, right? Info. We'll just call it info. And we will do that. And we're going to pass dot procedure because that's what we want. And we're going to do fmt dot ln debug info info. And we got one more error. Don't know where you are, but switch. Oh, yes, we need to do this as a partial because we are not using every possible case. All right. So now I just want to print out that information. So we're going to go and cd into API source tools, and then we're going to do Odin run opus. Ah, it's empty. Shit. And we got a problem. Okay. Wait. 4p. Let's go back as 30. Okay. So what do I do? No, I cannot. Zero indexes. So, make location. Hmm. I remember same thing. Okay. Range is out of zero. So that doesn't actually work. So we do actually, because it's dynamic, we do need to use append. We can't just set the value. So this might not actually work. So is there a way? How would I do this though? How could I append something? Hmm. Mhm. Hmm. This is a tough one to think about. Actually, does this have to be dynamic? Yes, the product info array has to be dynamic. It has to be. Like, that's just how it has to go. Because there's going to be several of them. So, but does info needs to be dynamic as well because we're pending. Does it? Well, how would we append it? It may not need to be dynamic. Does it need to be dynamic? I don't know. It could just be a slice, yes? It might need to just be a slice. And then if we do this, oh, it doesn't work either. Why won't that work though? Info, might be, I think append only is for, yeah, dynamic arrays. Okay, no slices. Is there a slice append or add? Oh, to dynamic. That might be that might be useful. Concatenate fill. Clone to that. Copy slice into a dynamic array. Hmm. All right, I'm fucking screwed here. I'd have to redo this completely. I really don't. Excuse me. I really feel like there's a way to get this to work. I'm just not thinking about it right. Slice. What? We can't do that. I was hoping that would be something something cheeky we could do. Pro. I didn't spell it right. Procedure. That would be very nice if we could do that. But alas, to info. It's like literal, so it has to be. Damn, dude. I don't know. Ah, okay, I might have to ask the old AI out here. Turns info. My conclusion is that this needs to be oh wait, maybe it doesn't need to be a slice. Because you don't need one info thing. And should we do this? Info dot- No, can't do that either. It's gonna return the same thing. Oh fuck, that worked. Son of a bitch. Mm, I think, I mean, okay, hold on. So this one ends. I don't. Ah, God, I can't tell where this ends at. Wait. Okay. So that we're cooking now. So I didn't even need that to be a slice or a dynamic array. All right. That's good to know. And we just return info. All right. Hmm. Now it's still a little fucky because empty, 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 empty. I I don't know what files those are supposed to be for. Um, but that might be what we want. I can't believe I struggled with that for so fucking long. It might not be right, but it works for now. Okay, so let's make another procedure like this here. Extract. And if we could just extract info and then the shit would be based, we could just use one procedure for all of this, right? So we could do instruction is a type of parse instruction, right? And then we can use a switch case. So we'll call this these need to be at compile time. So proc struct suffix and then enum suffix. Okay, that should be fine. Um, and we can use that and do a conditional. So this instruction. Instruction. Can we start procedure? Um, okay, so we can first evaluate that, and then oh, it's looking for a space in between. So to do the same thing. Yeah, 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 yeah. And then we can just do literal suffix. Okay. And then this needs to be what? Declared. Huh? First instruction. It's the same spelling. Instruction. How is that undeclared? It finds it right there. It must be some. There's probably more areas above. That's um. Well, those are constant, not enum, so that's fine. Enum is fine. Enumeration. Valid type of implicit select. Something else is wrong. Uh, procedure. Am I? What is happening here? I think the language server is breaking. Yeah. I. Oh. Hold on. Let me kill Zed and try to bring her back. Something is not. There must be one particular area that's breaking shit. Like what's happening? Wait, my file is why is it empty? Hey yo, what the fuck? What is it? G? And there's no commit history for some reason. What is happening? All my shit just disappeared, and I closed the browser, so the oh my God. Oh, you're kidding me, bro. Okay, hold on. Um, I mean, this is a decent start. Sure, we'll just take that. God damn, dude. You kidding me? I don't remember what the other thing was. Again, this fucking man, I must be dragging my finger across the keyboard. I hate that happens to me a lot where like, oh, do you want to save this as a new file? No, motherfucker, I don't. Um, suffix is space, boom boom proc. I think that's I was just looking for that. Struct suffix is the same thing, but it's just going to be struct with a space and a curly, and then this is going to be enum suffix, which will be the same thing. Uh, but with that, I think that is fine. Okay, so now we have all of our types back. There's one error still happening. I forgot a comma. Okay, and now there's more errors. Great. All right. Not types. Where were you, main? Parse instruction. Oh, forgot that. Parse instruction. And we're going to do procedure, structure, and enumeration. All right. Now what? It's crazy. I remembered all this, all that I wrote here, which is good. Thank goodness. Um. All right. Now, what is this? Parameter instruction missing from call. This. Oh. Uh. Procedure. This is where I left off at. Uh. Info has no field. Oh. Key. Key info array. Structure info array. And enumeration info array. E. Okay. Great. Now, where was I? I don't remember. We got the stuff printing for the procedures. Oh, I was making a I was making this procedure here. So yes, that's that. And this is going to change. Is there a space in the there is? All right, so this is going to change. Now this is just going to be whatever the suffix to find is. All right. Opening parent. So find parameters between. So this is where the logic will start to kind of um I think I might change this to name index. Find a name index, return. I'll worry about this. This will return. This needs to be conditional as well. So this needs to return. Oh, damn. I'm running into the same issue I ran into a moment ago. Hmm. Return info. It would be expecting a dynamic array, right? So it's expecting a dynamic array of something. But if we just return info, that's fine. And then we go down to the next level. And if we're doing, let's say, procedures, and we want to return the procedures info, well, we have a dynamic array. We'd want to send. Oh, damn. I guess I could just create, kind of like I'm doing here. I could just create something. So, like, if it's in the event that it's a procedure, we create. No, we create it here. Ooh. Right. Okay. We could just create them here. Uh, like that. I'm not really worried about the path right now. So I'm gonna create this. Um, mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. And now what? Mm, If we do, so we could just, this would be a switch case too. Could just do name is equal to whatever's there, right? Name is equal to whatever's there. And then that's fine. So there's between there. Um, okay. So this could be exclusive logic for the procedures, technically. And then for the others, we'll just do something different. It'd be a huge fucking function. Everyone's like, a function should do one thing. Well, I agree for the most part, but I feel like this one can do the one thing for different things, for different items or literals or whatever you want to call them. I feel like I'm gonna hate myself later on when I want to maintain this, or someone else might. But yeah, oh well. So we set the name of whatever the thing is. We don't know. We just set name. Okay. Variable called name. All of this is exclusive to the procedures or a procedure. Um, so it's a little gross. I could break this into a smaller procedure, but at that point, it's like, well, what was the point of me doing all this anyway? This is not good design at all. We'll do a partial for now. I love that I can do that. All right. So all of this is related to this. All of that is in this case right here, right? And then another break there. It's a lot, I know, but I feel like it might be necessary, dude. I don't know. Filthy fucking code right here, man. Filthy fucking code. Structures. Okay, now this is where I need to use the other shit as a reference because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So for enums or for structures, we're just going to have the name, which we're already kind of accounting for. In the event that this is a structure, structure info dot name is equal to whatever the name was that we got earlier. And the same will go for procedures. So I'm gonna do that. Procedure info dot name is equal to whatever name that we got earlier. And the same would be for enums. Um, so let's break here. Okay. We should probably do strings dot clone as well, just to be safe. All right. Um, for individual rooms. Find matching clothing brand. Let's see. Okay. Oh, excuse me. God dang. I didn't lie. Must not have slept too good. Um, all right. So we set the name already. Content is going to be a dynamic array of maps. Is that the case? So if we have a structure in our, so let's look for at our types, for example. We have a struct here. Would this actually be or need to be a dynamic array of mapped stuff? I guess so. It would need to be mapped because we have a name of the item or the content and the type of that item. Um, so hmm, okay. Yeah. Would it need to be dynamic though? I think so. Because if it wasn't, it would just be one struct. Um, or one key value pair here. So it would need to be dynamic, and that accounts for that. Okay, and then the path is easy. So, hmm. Opening paren. Okay, opening parenting index align, and we're going to look for specifically struct. I'm going to do this in a new file just so I can just start copy my fucking work. Um, curling strings index, whatever line is, and then we're going to look for no space struct space that again. Okay. So let's open curly um, equals one. Doc info, sure. We'll do that for now, even though it's gonna have to change. Um, mm, curly equals. So we want to do what is it for prop? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or is it counting from one? Everything after five, or 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 after five. So I'll do the same thing because it's the same, right? So it's one, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just do, so there's this white space there. Let's do six. Um, for, curly, curly, um, one curly is equal to the opening curly, opening paren, range of whatever the length of the line is. Can't save this file. Yes. Index I. Two. So hmm, we would need. So let's define this. So if we keep finding that, keep going. Oh no, the print count goes up. So we need a print count of two. If it's not two, or if it's higher, then so we'll go with that. I think that's what it's saying. So print count plus one line. So we would do the same thing, but with a curly bracket. Um, curly equal. Equals. Um, equals one. Then within that, uh, okay, so this is the issue that I'm actually gonna have. Because so at a certain point, we just need to get everything between them. So since they're different, they're procedures. This is where I'm confused at. So we just want to get each item in the lines between. Um, so I'm going to just do this first and see if I can get what's in between them. For oh shit. For I want to that print ln opening curly. Um, closing curly, or what is it? It's the range of closing curly, I think, right? Expected. Let's do this. Isn't it like dot dot? Does this not work? Huh. That just gives you the range. Okay, whatever. Um, I'll put out closing curly. All right, so let's expose one of our types real quick. I'm going to expose uh, something simple, something very simple. Let's expose. uh, Let's expose alert. So expose alert. Now, I just want to print out some stuff. Procedures, that's fine. We're printing out a lot actually. Those are good. Those are fine. Those are fine. Those are good. Those are good. Those are good. All right, again. Okay. So that's not working. Um, right. Struct. And then now where I call this at, because like I know it's not returning anything, um, unless it's a procedure. That actually might be why nothing is printing. Um, and also I'm passing procedure here. So let's pass structure and let's just see if, all right, so we're passing that structure and we're not printing anything, anything. Uh, so let's make sure at least this part is getting through. No. Okay, so it's not even hitting this. Uh, oh, oops. Structure. Wrong procedure I was calling. No, what the fuck? Hold on. Where's this logic at? Extract procedure info is called here, and parse Odin file is called here. We pass it structure. Um, extract. So that calls that. This is passing structure as well. So we should be getting something. We're not getting anything to print, which is fine. I'm gonna take a break, upload this video, and get back at it next time.